And tonight in Your America, Congressman Grayson is at it again. Shocking remarks that he made during a radio interview last month have been uncovered. Here is how the Florida Democrat characterized a close aide to the Federal Reserve Chairman Ben Bernanke.
Here I am, the only member of Congress who actually worked as an economist. And this lobbyist, this K Street whore, is trying to teach me about economics.
Pretty unbelievable. Now, this morning, Grayson's office indicated that the congressman was standing by his comments and said he wasn't referring to the woman's personal life, but rather her professional career. But just a short time ago, Grayson did, in fact, issue an apology saying, quote, "I offer my sincere apology to Linda Robertson. I did not intend to use a term that is often and correctly seen as disrespectful of women." And this is only the latest controversial statement from Grayson. Here are some of the other outrageous comments that he has made in the last month alone.
The Republican health care plan is this: die quickly. That's right. The Republicans want you to die quickly if you get sick. I call upon all of us to do our jobs for the sake of America, for the sake of those dying people and their families. I apologize to the dead and their families that we haven't voted sooner to end this Holocaust in America.
Fox News and their Republican collaborators are the enemy of America.
Enemy of America? Well, even after all that, Democrats are standing by Grayson. In fact, just last night at a fundraiser in Miami, President Obama said this about the congressman.
Three outstanding members of Congress from Florida who are here: Debbie Wasserman Schultz, Kendrick Meeks, Alan Grayson.
Outstanding member of Congress? Oh, really? So I wonder when we can expect those same Democrats who voted to punish Congressman Joe Wilson recently to stand up and say enough is enough when it comes to Congressman Alan Grayson. Joining me now is the former Pennsylvania Senator, Fox News contributor Rick Santorum. Now, just this morning, Senator, he was actually saying, rather than apologizing for calling this woman the K Street whore, he said, well, actually, critics need to read the secondary dictionary definition. The secondary dictionary definition? What would that be?
I don't know what it would be, but look, this guy is an extremist, and this is a guy who's staff member after he got elected. Brandished the title that he is the congressman from Acorn. That's what one of his staffers said. This is a guy who got elected because Acorn quintupled the number of early ballots in that district, and he won by about 4 points in 2008. So this is a guy who's deeply tied to the left. Used to go to Code Pink rallies, and now has come to the Congress and has shown what an Acorn Code Pink congressman would look like. And Barack Obama is standing right beside him, as are most of his Democratic colleagues. Now, you've seen a few in the last few hours who have stepped away from him because now you're offending the feminist, and they're not going to stand by him when he does it. If you offend Republicans, it's okay, but you can't offend the feminists.
Right, but it always comes down to this. Now, I assume that he was probably pressured from the White House and I guess the House leadership to apologize, even after he was pretty adamant this morning he wouldn't do that. But the question is, the president said he's an outstanding member of Congress.
Right. Should
the president now, and he had called people that disagree with him enemies of America. He said Republicans want people to get sick and die. And yet the president still said these nice words about him. Should the president be called on why he supported it?
Well, I think given the most recent comment and its proximity to the president's statements, I think it would be wise. I'm sure you will see tomorrow that Gibbs will be asked that question, and they will put out some sort of statement from the president to distance himself. We know this about the president, Sean, and you talk about it all the time. If someone is a liability politically, what does he do to him? He throws him under the bus, and he will throw Grayson under the bus.
Right, let me predict what the genius propagandist Gibbs is going to do. The president does not agree with those statements. Next question. That's all he's going to do. That's about the extent.
Well, you might be right. I mean, you might be right. He may just try to cozy up to him. But I look, if this man and if you've given a litany of the things he's said, my guess is they'll find more. This interview happened a month ago. He didn't apologize after the fact. When it was made public in a more public sense today, he defended his remarks. I guarantee you, there's a whole treasure trove of remarks of Alan Grayson out there that are just waiting to be found. And I think the president I'm sure knows that, or at least suspects that, and he'd be smart to distance himself now.